Hey everyone, welcome to the July episode of the Keeling Homes Series. I am so happy that y'all are here with me today, and I'm super excited to be here with you as well. So, welcome. I can't believe it's July already, it's just crazy. My name is Brooke Keeling. I am the team lead at Keeling Homes, and again, really excited to be here with you today. A little bit about our team. I have been in real estate here for 7 years now in the Madison market. Our team is consistently within the top 1% of our marketplace, South Central Wisconsin MLS. So, um, something that I'm really proud of. And a lot of that comes with working with great people and really being able to provide a different type of service, looking at real estate a little bit differently, creating relationships within our community, and helping you create a lifestyle that you absolutely love. And home is usually a big part of that. I think home is a big part of that. Home is huge for me. My house is more than just my home. And being able to help people create that for themselves is something that I find extremely rewarding. So, thank you for tuning in. And we're going to chat a little bit more about the industry today. So, stay tuned. So, the reason why we're doing this series in the first place is just because we found that one, people are extremely busy. I'm busy. Um, our team is busy. Our clients are extremely busy. In our fast paced world here, everybody has so much going on, so much more going on in families and work and kids and pets and um, careers, whatever it is, we're all super busy. And what we found is that being able to bring some value that you can tune into on different topics that might shed some light on areas that you might have questions on, or bring answers to some of the previous questions that we've had people ask us, and just what we're hearing every day in our market. And on your own terms, the comfort of your own home, and being able to give you a sense of peace with being able to get more education without feeling that pressure within the sales industry. So again, we really pride ourselves on being a more than just a sales industry, and it really is like helping people create a life that they absolutely love. I'm very passionate about that, and having your home play into that, and also guiding you through some of the biggest financial decisions that you will ever make. So thanks again for tuning in. If you haven't been here with us before, we do some fun stuff and we have some really great giveaways. So if you are in the market to buy or sell, we have a $500 closing cost credit that we provide to the first 5 people that are in our text boxes. So if you have questions, we really encourage you to be interactive. It makes this way more fun, gets your questions answered, and then we can also reward you for that as well. So if you're thinking of buying and selling within the next year, post your questions below and let us know how we can help. Or, if you're not working with us, you're working with someone else, that's fine too. But you do have an opportunity to get some fun closing cost credits, more money in your pocket. And also, we have restaurant giveaways. So if you are in the Madison area, or if you're not, we can definitely look at other areas as well. But if you're in the Madison area, you know that we have some bomb restaurants in Madison. And so we have featured a lot of them on our blog, which if you haven't checked out our blog, Keeling Capital, I'll post the link here below too, so you can check that out. But great restaurants. We're offering a $100 gift certificate. So we'll do a drawing at the end of this episode for a $100 gift certificate. What better time than the summer months, beautiful months of summer, to go out and enjoy a nice dinner on us. So post your questions below to get entered into that drawing as well. So I have some fun stats that I'm going to be talking about today. And whenever I have stats, I get all fired up. And this is one that this episode really hits home to me, because it really is something that I kind of went through when I was just starting out in the real estate industry. And, just some of the thoughts about the sales industry in itself, and this kind of bad rap that we can have oftentimes, and where that comes from as well. So the realism. realism of the real estate market in today's world. And I think we've come a long way. I know when we work with our clients, hopefully we've come a long way in their own mind, but oftentimes the sales industry can seem sleazy. And, you get this vibe of just, someone just wants you to purchase a house, you just buy this, or moving you forward in a direction that's not necessarily maybe going to benefit you so much, but benefit them. And we want to take that notion away, but of course it still exists out there as well. Um, the truth of the matter is, no one likes to be sold. I don't like to be sold. I'm in sales. I hate being sold. And so, creating more of a relationship and understanding what are your goals, it's not being sold, it's being able to be advised and gain knowledge and insight into something that is going to massively change the direction of your life and your future. Um, Being too pushy in the sales industry too. I always tell people when I meet with them that it's not my timelines that I'm working on; they're your timelines. And so it really doesn't matter to me where you land, or if you're a year out or 2 years out or you're 3 months out. And oftentimes people don't start asking questions because of this, because they don't want to be pushed and sold, and they're not ready. I'm not there yet. I don't want the bazillion calls that I'm probably going to get. So it really is like, how can we help? How can we be of service? And what does the plan look like? What is your ideal timeline? Not anybody else's timeline, but your ideal timeline, and that's really what matters. And you get this. Everybody's really smart, right? You have intuition. You know when someone's not working in your best interest. So I always say, follow your gut. You're going to tell who those people are. There's a lot of agents, a lot of people entering the real estate market right now because times are good, and so really do your research and your homework on credentials, um, what makes someone qualified to work in your best interest and on your behalf throughout a transaction. But also, um, what vibes do you get? Your gut always is going to tell you and lead you in the right direction. So listen to your gut and really find someone that you feel like you can connect with, because it really is a personal, for me, it's a very personal relationship, and it can be a really long time frame, and it can be really super quick, but you get to know someone really quickly within those times. So the stats I have for you, these are some ooey gooey stats. So I'm going to read these for you because I think they're interesting and just kind of makes me laugh. And I think anybody within the sales industry is also going to get a kick out of these as well. But it's an eye opener, especially for consumers. So look, I'm sold on things all the time. I can tell you that the last car that I bought, it was a local dealership. So I won't name any names, but if you know me, you'll probably be able to figure it out. But the last car that I bought, I was very, very, very turned off by it. One, they consistently asked me where my husband was, which, again, if you know me, not a question that you ask. I love my husband to death, and we're very much partners in life. But um, a all dominant male sales team that doesn't think that I know shit about cars, um, not really the right decision there. So you never know someone until you never really know someone. So feel it out. But regardless, the story that I'm trying to get at before I take myself down this massive detour is that I will probably not ever buy a car from this dealership again. And I had a night and day difference from one dealership to the next dealership. And I have been sold on the customer service of this other dealership. And so when it was time for me to purchase a new car, my mind was pretty much already made up. It seemed like an inconvenience. I was an inconvenience. Why can't you just make up your mind? Which, um, no one likes to feel like they're being rushed into something, but I really wasn't taking my time on anything. I'm the type of person that's like, if I have something in my mind, I'm going to do it. So I can't even imagine what other consumers and people get that are taking their time throughout this process. But I felt very rushed. I felt like I had to make a decision that was right for them, not right for me. I had to try to be create convenience for them, not inconvenience them. I felt belittled, like I didn't know what I was talking about or what I wanted or whatever else. I couldn't make decisions on my own. I felt very disempowered. And as a consumer, that's something that you don't ever want to feel. And I ended up um, going through with the purchase that I got for my vehicle. But when it came time for me to get a new car, the interaction that I had with this other person happens to be from someone who is the top salesperson at this dealership for years, 30 years. He has kids, he has a wife. I mean, you talk about, and in real estate, when I first got into the industry, I was kind of like, I'm a realtor, like, what are you going to think about me? And because oftentimes we get labeled as like used car salesman. Well, this person is a car salesman, and he's an incredible car salesman, and he was referred to us by friends, and he is kind and understanding, and how can I help you, never pushy. He created a relationship that was more of a friend relationship, and we could really tell that he tried to do everything that he possibly could to make things as easy as possible and also get us into the things that we wanted, what our goals were. And he made it happen, and he made it so seamless, and he was extremely respectful. Um, you know, it's just a very different relationship. So look, I get it. I'm in sales, and especially because I'm in sales, I look at different experiences within my own life and I analyze them like crazy. And so there's a reason why this person was the top salesperson, and it was because of the service that he consistently provides consumers. And it was a level of trust, it's a level of ease and knowledge, and just making things less complicated, which we all need less complications and efficiency in our crazy, crazy world. So that's a real life story for you on my end of things. But the stats, I'm going to get back to the stats. So, um, according to 2013 study conducted by Choice Home Warranty, 67.5% of Americans surveyed mistrust real estate agents. And with the emerging generation, 18 years old to 24 years old, mistrust is rated at 73%. 73%. Um, this is a big one. I have a few people that I'm working with, that I have worked with around the country remotely. I have a couple people now. I'm on my a few people now that are out of the country. They're in different countries, and so it's different time zones. It's different ways of connecting. It's trying to build a relationship and trust over the phone, and sometimes or via video or whatever it may be. And sometimes that's a little bit more difficult because you don't have that face-to-face connection and interaction and really trying to get to know someone on that level. Um, and I can tell you that even with that, it really makes you think about just every relationship that we have, and like what our goals are for our clients as well, and what type of service that we want to provide and how we want you to feel, which is everything that I just described: trusted, ease of a transaction, knowing that you have the best deal possible and someone has your back. For me, I'm like, you know what, if I trust someone, I don't need to know the details. And some people very much want all of the details, but for me, I'm like, just take care of it. Just do it. Just tell me, tell me what I owe you. Tell me what it is at the end of the day. But I want to know that whomever it is that I'm hiring for a job, especially a job that is going to cost me a significant amount of money, or um, is going to, create financial freedom, or is going to allow me to do certain things in life, or create a family, a home that I absolutely love. I want to be able to trust that person. And so really trying to take um, this way of sales and just being sold out of the equation is what our goal is right now. And we do that through building a relationship and understanding what your goals are and allowing you to trust us and being seen as a real human being. And the story that I was getting at is that I have a client that I'm working with right now who is overseas, and he's in a different country. He's been located there for like 5 years or so. And one of the responses that he sent back from one of my team members was like, he sent me an email and he goes, "Your bot, so and so," and I'm like, "No, no bots here. It's a real person that's actually here fielding your questions, your calls. It's someone here in my office that we'll be meeting with in a few weeks." So it's just interesting that mindset already, with you make a phone call to a credit card company, or you need help on a certain account or whatever it is, you always get an automated service that's trying to help you through. And for me, I know I want someone, I want a person on the end of the line that can help me. I want a local person, not someone in another country that barely speaks English. I want someone that can help me and that I can trust and build that relationship with. So I think that it's going to be very interesting to see how our world shifts and shakes up and changes, even with all of these big box economy stores coming in and um, um, local, we're seeing some local companies going out of business, and we're seeing, Amazon that delivers like crazy now, like Amazon delivering to the trunk of your car and, delivering by drone and all of this. And I'm very intrigued to see how our world is going to be changing with all of the bots that are actually coming into our world. But also, I think that people in general need connection, um, very much so. It's a part of one of our human needs. Our basic needs is connection. And when we are relying on robots and relying on these quick services for efficiency and convenience, it takes a level of life out. And so, although our world is changing one way, I do feel that it's very important to be able to instill trust and create relationships. Um, so, what are one of my other stats here that I have here? That's just mind-boggling though, isn't it? It's mind-boggling. 67.5% in 2013 mistrusted real estate agents, and 73% now between the ages of 18 and 24. That's our millennial category. So it really is important for you. So in order to find someone that you like and you trust and you have a good connection with, you have to do a little research. You have to make a few phone calls. You have to see what fits for you because everybody's very, very different. And I'm huge on that. When I meet with people, I say, look, if we're not a good fit or if I don't feel like we're a good fit, I don't want to waste your time and I don't want to waste my time. I want it. I want you to be happy at the end of the day. And although you're not hiring me to be a friend, I want you to have a really incredible experience and not feel like just another transaction and really be able to align on the same level. So one of the other things that I just want to make note of too is, with the fact that we have so many agents that are entering our market, of course, everybody has to start somewhere, and I'm all about that. I had to start somewhere 7 years ago, and do your due diligence and see the qualifications and ask for testimonials and meet someone and ask them a bunch of questions. We have several blogs on Keeling Capital that you can check out on what to ask your agent and how to know it's a right fit for you. So go through some of those if you need some resources or if you're questioning there, especially on the seller's agent as well. I just met with a client last night and they interviewed over 10 agents and um, they listed their house with me. And so I'm proud of that. But the reason being is that I was able to show them value and overcome a lot of the things. What we're seeing right now is agents going out and saying, I'll do it for this amount of a commission, or I'll do it for this, or I'll do it for that. And believe me, I got a lot of questions back. This person will do it for this amount. Will you? And the truth is no. And even with saying no, I was not the cheapest agent going in by far. There's a lot of other better deals, but that's not all that goes into it. And if you have someone that's bending on commission that quickly, they're probably not going to be that great for negotiating on your home if they can't even negotiate on their behalf and they believe in their services. So that's a big one, just knowing those things going in. As a seller, when you're trying to net as much money as possible, and as a buyer, when you're making one of the biggest decisions of your life. Um, our home purchases are a massive financial investment. So making sure that you have someone that is qualified and that has the experience and that you can trust them, it's such peace of mind from the experiences that I have as well. So I hope that you guys got a little bit of insight out of this one. And what else do I have for you? Yeah, I hope that you enjoyed my story that came along with this too, to just kind of give you some real life perspective on not just our industry, but what you look at in terms of what are you looking for? What are you searching for? And I want to know too. So I think that's a good one too. Um, If you don't want to post it in the notes below, um, shoot me a note, send me a private Facebook message, shoot me an email, whatever it is. I want to know what you want as a consumer from a real estate agent. If you're in the market buying and selling, everybody is very different. I ask this question all the time. But for me, I can say, okay, I just purchased a new car, and this is the experience that I had, and this is what made the experience so great. I don't even have it yet, but I'm excited, and I had such a great experience. Um, but what are you looking for in a real estate agent? What do you look for in any big purchase that you make, whether it be a car, a house? Um, if you work with a financial advisor in the finance world and you're investing your money, whatever it is, when you're making big purchases for yourself, what are you looking for over and over again? What are the patterns, and what do you really seek when you're trying to work with a professional that you need to trust in making some of these big decisions? I want to know that from you. So this is a really easy way for you to um, get a gift card to a restaurant. Maybe I'll make it two restaurant gift vouchers for $100. I'll post the winners after this, but I want to hear what you want to see from real estate agents, and just in general when you're making big purchases. What do you look for? So thank you so much for joining in to our July episode of the Keeling Homes Series. I hope you guys are getting some good info out of this. And as always, if you ever have any questions about the market, about anything, homes, renovations, what projects increase my return on my investment and my home values, always feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to answer your questions and be a resource for you. And also, we have a ton of different resources within our community. So if it's not me, love to connect you with some of our resources within the community as well. You guys have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.